Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Guild 2 Renaissance with yours, as always, Mah-Dry-Bread, and returning special guest co-host Brandon War Zero.
Hey.
Mandy will be in at some point. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you may have noticed that there's a 6-month gap between episode 9 and this one, which will probably be episode 10 if my math is good on this. Video on screen now on YouTube, obviously not on the live Hitbox stream. That lets you know basically what's up and why there's been this long delay. It's an ongoing issue. So I can't guarantee that there's going to be a ton more of this coming out frequently, but I do want this to be a long-running series going forward. It just might not be super frequent, so I can't make any promises. Got Brandon here as chat liaison. Mandy will be in as well as chat liaison to help keep up with the chat. Again, on YouTube, you're probably noticing a whole new stream overlay and everything. Again, it's been 6 months. And I think we're about ready to get going. So you might notice here it says the version number is actually a higher version number than last time. We're actually starting a new single-player file and going for the same thing as before, which is our rogue playthrough on the really big map. Doing a long-term rogue playthrough because a lot of people have issue playing as a rogue and not just being arrested the whole game. Because it is difficult, actually, because they play very differently from everyone else.
Yeah.
This is a
Rogues are pretty
new...
good.
Yeah, this is a new beta update. That you opt into on Steam, and it does mean that the old save file doesn't work so well anymore. So I freshly reinstalled the game on my new solid-state hard drive, so hopefully the load times going into buildings and stuff is going to be a little bit better. The game's still going to run like shit, because unfortunately the game engine is very old and very terrible and doesn't work very well. My computer performance on the other monitor here says it's totally fine, but look at that frame rate back there and these people walking. It's not a very good game engine.
No.
But it is a very good game.
It's a great game, but not good engine.
So I think it's, the Hansa. And then we started in Bergen, because the challenge was to start in the smallest town we could, in the biggest map, and start from nothing, and try and get as big as we can, with all 12 dynasties. Years past per round, let's go 1, because we want to do, like, super fucking long-term game.
Responding to chat asking me questions.
Sorry, I was just drinking some delicious tea.
That's fine. I'm having some delicious coffee.
So I'm gonna...
With some almond milk in it.
Yeah, I'm doing no random event, because as a reminder, random events in this game, what constitutes a random event is just really small, inconsequential, inconsequential little amounts of money you gain or lose, like 3 times a day. It's annoying. And less ambiance is incredibly important, because it means that animals will not walk around the map that do nothing, which is really, really important, because the game has a hard enough time with like people walking around on fast forward and the frame rate going to shit. With less ambiance not turned on, it's even worse. So we're having that on so you don't have like ambient animals running around doing nothing.
Yeah. This game is great, but it has like some issues with a lot of things.
A lot of things, yes.
Like carts.
So rogue carts. I think the pathfinding on carts has finally gotten better.
Well, let's hope so.
And I know they've cried wolf on that 1,000 times. Right, so I want my constitution up, and then I want my... hell, what was it? I've already forgotten. Right, I wanted a little bit of charisma. No, rhetoric early. It's expensive, but it's good to have early. And we'll go with how I usually make my guy look, because my old style of making my guy look was awesome. So I just gotta find the right facial hair and everything for it.
You just got somebody telling you, hey MDB, you should make a sub-love emote when someone subscribes.
I don't know what the hell that means.
Neither do I. I don't know what a sub-love emote is.
I have no idea what that is. I have a little on-screen pop-up thing that comes up whenever people donate, subscribe, and follow. Does that count?
Apparently, Metalizer is going to show you.
Where is the enemy?
Metalizer says, I will show you. It's probably not something that I'm going to be able to see on the stream, I'm getting the feeling.
Probably.
All right, that's attached to hairstyle. Yeah, we'll go with that. And here was the blonde one I usually go with. I think it's this. Yeah, that looks like a cool dude. I'm gonna go with that.
I'm
All right.
behind, so I'll see your cool dude in a sec.
And the load time is still basically the same, which tells me it's a problem with the engine. If changing it from my 2TB hard drive to my solid state drive doesn't speed it up, yeah.
You should have made JonTron.
You're right, you can make an astonishingly good JonTron in this game. It is crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna do my usual thing of just immediately get a pub.
Sublove, aka 50 Shades of MDB.
Right, so some people pointed out before, but in these beta patches, you can actually purchase a title without going into the title office now. Yeah.
Title of no...
It's
There we
against the
go.
rules.
You will be notified
Honestly, I don't think it's I don't think
It's not a huge difference.
it's not a huge difference. Like, honestly, I have no issue that they don't make you walk into there anymore. Like, I know some people would have an issue because, like, it's a simulation thing. But at the same time, fuck, it's such a short walk. Does it really matter?
Well, it does take out of the time that you can go and force a woman to stand and speak with you.
There's a 10-minute delay between the chat and the stream? No, there isn't. Put your stream quality on source and refresh this stream. It's a 4-second delay on Hitbox. Unless your internet connection is really, really bad. Then if you put on a re-encoded one with a really bad internet connection, then yeah, you can be delayed.
Like, I think mine right now, out of everybody's, is probably one of the worst. Because not only am I rendering video and uploading video, I'm also watching the stream.
Yeah, actually, Bran, type to that person and let them know, just put on source quality and refresh and you'll have a 4-second delay between stream and chat. Just let him, because if he truly does have 10-minute delay, then he won't hear me for 10 minutes in my advice. Thanks for following Shadow Dragon, I appreciate that. Right, so the first daily thing, well, we're waiting for a pub to be built here. We already got our title. If you watched the previous videos, you'll remember how this goes. And also, if you watched my tutorial videos on this game, you'll know how that goes. Both of them will be linked in the description on YouTube. That is some delicious tea. What was this company again? Tea Pigs. That is the name of the tea company.
Pigs?
Yes, this was it's a very good tea, and it's very, very expensive. It was given to me by my sister.
Oh.
Thank you for following Brandon Port. That's gonna be confusing. Thanks for following, Brandon. Get it, Brandon? Do you
I
get
get
my
it.
awesome joke?
I get your awesome joke.
Now, of course, you wouldn't get it. Because what relation would you have to the joke? Now, you see, if I put the theory in their head right now that your real name is not actually Brandon, then it doesn't matter how many times you say your name is Brandon, there's always going to be that suspicion that your name isn't actually Brandon, and that it's a gag we're playing.
True.
We have had dumb, long-running gags before. So, chat, I'm not going to say his name isn't Brandon. All I'm going to say is his name is Brandon.
Although,
And just do with that information what you will.
although, if people go to my Patreon page, which you can easily get to,
And now what?
it says my name on it.
You've just started going back to making videos. Your next video doesn't come out until tomorrow. And you're already like, my Patreon page.
So pure.
Yes.
MDB,
Maybe I
stop
am.
the cringe. What did I do to cringe you? What did I do to start the cringe? I'm sorry. I'm not actually sorry. Ooh, I'm gonna marry this person. She's gonna be my scholar wife.
May I accompany you a ways?
Who's your special guest this week? Not Bran? Yeah, he's my special guest. I mean, I can't guarantee his name is Bran and not two other beginnings of another common name that he could possibly have.
Now,
Because again, I cannot prove one way or another if his name is Brandon.
now, he says this week. But if you heard the intro, it's the special guest as always.
Did eating all the mushrooms not say that?
Yeah, well, he said this week.
He's a she.
Whatever.
You don't come to the streams enough anymore.
No, I don't.
You don't even know the gender of my viewers. You also call Kaipon a guy every time.
So?
Yeah?
What's wrong?
Kaipon's not a guy.
How do you know? How do you really know?
Well, I have seen a video of Kaipon before.
Just because you saw a video doesn't mean that Kaipon doesn't identify as a guy.
Well, I guess you'll have to ask Kaipon, who's, I think she said she left to go to the shower right during the pre-stream, so... I guess until Kaipon comes out of the shower,
No,
it is Schrodinger's gender.
Kaipon is here.
She is both male and female and is in a quantum stasis until proven otherwise. Schrodinger's gender. I like it.
Child's play.
Kaipon is here.
Kaipon came back from the shower? Oh, Kaipon. There you go. Kaipon says, I identify as a female. Barn.
See?
I always have a fun
Now I
time
know.
double checking how they spelled your name every time.
Just to make sure that it's not Bran.
Well, I want to make sure I properly read off their comment, and there are about 1,000 nicknames you have that in which the difference is one fucking letter.
Yep.
So
Well, and the thing is that you made all of them.
I did make all of them, so I guess it really is my own fault. It's me being hoisted by my own petard.
And Kaipon also said that she is still in the shower.
Oh.
I don't know
Well,
how
that
she's...
makes things very fucking... I had the stream on my phone in the background shut up. So you had to come out of the shower to answer that for us. I feel sorry for you. That's a pain in the ass.
Well, you know.
I guess it is your own decision. My favorite thing is when you're in fast forward in this game and you go to talk to someone and it plays the generic sound of a hem.
Yeah, it's
Do you
so
remember that?
It's so good.
Oh god, I love so much of this game is so derpy and yet lovable.
Good plan.
I love this game. Like unironically, I do love this game. It's got a lot of issues, but it's really fun. And I can't wait for the Guild 3. They post updates on their Facebook page. I think it's The Guild Game is what their Facebook fan page is. They post updates and stuff, and it's looking like it's actually shaping up to be really nice. So I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it.
So, my favorite statement in the chat so far today has been from Dingbat Dasmen,
Yep.
which is, my parents are questioning my mental. My parents are questioning my mental. I'm laughing at my computer screen with headphones in.
Well, I'm questioning your mental too at this point. So I'm doing the age-old trick, by the way, of how you get a marriage in one day. Of find the candidate, compliment her once, ask her to date you, and then you just yell at her to follow you, and then you wait 2 hours to think of a compliment or a hug or a kiss or a beguile, and you do it. And then the second she starts to walk away, you yell at her to follow you again. That way she never goes to sleep. So you can marry her in one day. So from the time you meet her until she dies of age or injury, she will never sleep. It's amazing. It's a really good trick in this game. I showed it off in the first playthrough.
Well, it's also the Sims way of getting married.
You could say in a way that I am the world leader of speedrunning tactics.
In The Sims, if you want to marry somebody in The Sims, you phone them, get them to come over to your house, and you never let them leave until you're married.
Yeah, just delete the door. Bring it back every time you need to pay your bills when they're asleep. Exactly. This is pro dating tips with yours does always Mah-Dry-Bread.
Bolty head. Love means never letting your potential spouse sleep.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Would I lie to you?
Yeah.
No. Never.
Right when I said that, I clicked on an employee and she said, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh god, the game is in on the joke. It's awesome.
I don't know what they're talking about, but all I saw was not the 5Ds, the 5Vs.
Child's play.
I'm guessing that's a reference to Pokemon Platinum, A Journey on my YouTube channel. You can find it in the playlist section of my channel. Episode 19? 20? I think it's episode 20. Whatever one is called Onyx Miscarriage, I think was the one. I think that was the name of the episode with the 5Ds editing
Where is
gags.
the enemy?
It's a good episode.
We need a 5Ds chat emoticon? There's an idea. I might be able to do something with that. I just need to figure it out. We do already have use a netball, which I just saw
Yep.
eating all the mushrooms used in the chat there.
Netball.
Brandon's catchphrase of use a netball.
Okay.
God, that was a good playthrough. We need to get back to that again.
Yeah, we do. I always think of my favorite visual skit that you've done. Every time we think of like any visual skits that you've like implemented, and it's always the one that I come back to is the one during Flash Trash where you ran into the room and you were like, Kool-Aid Man?
Yep, that was the
He's
best
like-
one. That's the best one I've done.
He's like flying out in space. It's my favorite one, and every time, like, I will actually go back and I will just watch
Yep.
that.
Me too. I actually am really proud of that one. That was in episode 58 of Flash Trash. Again, in my playlist section. That was Don't Escape 3 was the name of the game.
It's because you
The
sound so
the
curious.
Kool-Aid. Oh my god, it was so good. And like, when we made the gag, I had no idea. Like, I wasn't thinking of any kind of visual gag I could do later. It's just in editing. I was watching through it and stuff, and like, you know, making sure everything's fine and looking to see if I needed to like correct myself on something in text or whatever. And then I see a part where I run to the room and go, Kool-Aid Man, and then I laugh at it and I keep watching, and like 30 seconds later I'm like, wait a minute. And then I download a picture of Kool-Aid Man and go and make an edit of him drifting.
It was just so good.
It was really easy too. It only took like 10 minutes, and half of that was finding a good image and resizing it and stuff. All right, we're married.
See? All we had to do was talk about the Kool-Aid Man, and now you're married.
Yeah. Well, she was impressed by our ability to transcend space and time. It's, and now she's gonna run home, and we're not gonna see each other again for about 10 years when we have a baby.
True. Because you have to start your business.
Yeah.
War materials are being
The business is more important than the marriage. We just got the marriage early because we get experience points for it.
Well, and like it'll help your wife train.
Oh yeah, she gets to train that whole time and eventually can have her own business or something. Use her for something. Alright, I want probably motivational artist. Actually, I kind of want some combat skills. So iron sights. Also, because I'm playing a rogue and I'm going to be spending a lot of my time in the pub, everybody get used to fart sound effects because they do a lot of fart sounds in this place. Yeah, actually, Iron Sides is a really good bonus. It just gives you a natural armor value, which is incredibly valuable.
Yeah, that was the exact thing you said. Mighty Cleffa just posted it's Kool-Aid Man? No, wait. I don't want him bursting through the wall here.
Yeah, because we get sucked out into space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too good. I like that people come into your pub and just sit. They don't seem to order anything.
Good plan.
They sit and beer appears.
Ooh, I think they may have patched it so only one person can serve guests at a time now.
Was?
Oh.
Victory is ours.
They did. That's interesting. Okay.
That's very interesting because if you go into a bar, there's normally more than one person serving alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, well, I guess all of the wenches will go out and be prostitutes then, because I'd rather my own guy be the one serving, because even if he doesn't have much charisma and rhetoric right now to sell drinks, you get experience so quickly for selling drinks that, Brandon can attest to it, because he's had files before where he just left his guy serving drinks for like 10 years in-game. It is probably the most reliable way to level up in the entire game. You get way more experience than you do crafting things to sell, or even fighting. Like even if you're a highwayman like robbing fucking carts firsthand every day, you're getting more experience just working in the pub serving drinks, which is not even illegal.
Yeah.
Now, pubs generate very little money in the very beginning of the game.
But it's your prostitutes that generate like all of the money.
Yeah, early on, your prostitutes get you basically all of the money. It's once you've started upgrading it and you can start buying, like, importing illegal, like, grog and pirate beer and stuff and whatever. That stuff will start really getting you some money, because then you can have your women dance in the bar when it's rush hour and start putting all the illegal stuff on the shelf, which they buy for cheap. They buy it. You can't sell to a market, but if you sell it in your sales stock, they'll buy it for an extra high price. And you'll always end up earning more than you spent on getting it. So what you do is you have them dance, and you have someone with high charisma serving them, and you put a huge truckload of illegal alcohol in the sales stock, and they'll start buying it like crazy. And you make a lot of money off that. And it's like, nothing you do in the pub can actually be held against you in a court of law in this game. So it's a really stable way of starting as a rogue, is to get a pub in every city, because then you have a base of operations in which none of the crimes can be linked back to you.
Yeah.
The easier way to start off in terms of speeding things up would be starting with a pickpockets guild instead, because you make a lot more quick cash off that. And in late game, a pickpockets guild is incredibly valuable, because every time you pick a pocket of someone, you get a percentage based on the dexterity of the person. You get a percentage of the earnings of the dynasty and however much money they have grand total. So when you get late game, and there are some dynasties that are just filthy rich, you can start earning a shit ton of cash by stealing from them constantly. Also, I just remember now to turn down the game music, because the company that claims to hold the rights to the music in this game are fucking assholes on YouTube. Like, I've won every claim against them. I've never lost a claim because I'm within my legal right to use it. However, I would rather earn money off this the day it comes out, and not 3 months after when all the views are already done. Like, it's horrible. Like, it was streaming this game on one of my birthdays is what got the former CEO of TuneCore, Jeff Price, to call me a criminal on Twitter and then delete all of his own tweets when he realized that there are legal repercussions for that. And tried to ID claim me over and over and over for the same song every single time I won the claim, until eventually he was forced to give up. It's pretty amazing, actually, how scummy some of these people are. I ended up winning that whole claim battle, and I never got a cent out of it, because that's how YouTube works, guilty until proven innocent.
Yep.
It's pretty bullshit.
So, people are asking in the chat, I'm pretty sure at least one person asked, how much is this game? I know you can buy it right now. You can buy it on G2A. This is Canadian dollars. You can buy it for $6.44.
That is dirt cheap. Hey, Bland Brand, do me a favor.
Okay.
Go to my YouTube channel and go to playlists and just Control F Guild. And in one of the previous YouTube videos, you'll probably find, like, buy this game at a discount, it'll be called. Post that link in the chat, because I believe I do have a G2A link specifically to this game. Post in the chat so that they can get a link straight to the game. And if they end up buying it through that link, then I get a very small commission. If it's only like $6, I'll probably get a few cents, but it adds
Anything's
up.
better than nothing.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost the users anymore. The commission comes from G2A, not from the users. So same price for them.
Control F.
You can buy all of the Guild 2 for under £3 on Steam. That's a hell of a sale. The only one you need is the Guild 2 Renaissance, for anyone wondering. It's a standalone, and it includes every other expansion. So the only one you need is the Guild 2 Renaissance. Just making sure that no one else ends up wasting their money or anything, thinking they need the expansions.
Copy link address. So you can buy it at the link right there.
Thanks.
Threw it up in the chat. I threw it up in the chat.
That's the
Chat
extent of our
liaison is
humor.
in.
Hello. So we're playing the
Hi.
Guild 2. I just got married in one day.
Oh.
So do you know what this game is?
I've heard bits and pieces of it. It's like a life simulator and a bit of an RPG.
Yeah, business simulator, life simulator, RPG. It's a lot of things. So For anyone watching this on YouTube later and just found me through the Guild 2 playlist, because I know it's somewhat popular because of people looking at my tutorial, and you're just watching through and you got to this point, you probably haven't met Mandy yet. So this is Mandy. She's usually our chat liaison. She reads the chat off to me. Luckily, when streaming this game, I can read the chat on my own pretty well, but hey, the more the merrier. So, yeah, we've just started our pub in our new file. We are a rogue, so we're going to be starting our giant crime syndicate. We've started in the smallest city of the largest map in the game, and we're going to try and make this work.
Yeah.
And all we have right now is a little hole-in-the-wall pub. It's not even smuggling illegal goods yet.
Is it called Hole in the Wall?
I don't actually know what it's called. It was called Fabian the Bearded. I don't remember what we called our pub in the previous save file. But we do need to rename our pub, and we do need to rename our house. So let's think of a good name for a pub. Chat, let's crowdsource an idea for a pub name.
Well, your house should be called Dead Nigga Storage.
That is... That would be amazing. I know immediately a lot of people on YouTube probably went cockeyed because they don't know, because they never watched, oh, what the hell is the name of the movie now?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, because they never watched the movie Pulp Fiction. But that is a reference to the Quentin Tarantino movie Pulp Fiction. Not just a weird racial epithet by Brandon.
Everyone is suggesting Man Bar for the pub.
Oh my god, how did I not think of that immediately?
Yeah,
that's a great
that's
fucking
perfect.
name.
It's fucking perfect.
You know, that one's on me, chat, for not immediately thinking of that one. I'm the idiot here.
Whoa.
Man bar.
I don't know if you noticed, but when your guy sweeps the floor in the pub, it's some pretty vigorous sweeping.
Oh yeah, well I am on fast forward. It is also very vigorous, the way he spins in a circle trying to align himself with the bar when he goes behind it.
True.
So for anyone who doesn't know what Man Bar is, because again, I need to explain like every little in-joke because this is a playlist that people tend to find my channel through, so a lot of people who probably don't know much about the channel. Although a lot of them don't get this far into the playlist, to be fair. Anyway.
Or the video.
Why didn't you call it America's Pub? America's Pub!
That'll be the next one.
Which, that itself is a joke from Mostly Walking, which is a Day 9 show. Anyway, Man Bar is code word for air. It was from a Flash Trash episode, Escape from the Moon, which I want to say is like...
Word.
I want to say it's like episode 26 or something of Flash Trash, which is a show I run. You can find it in the playlist section of my YouTube channel. And it has become a meme within the fan base to the point that in every wrestling game we play now, in the playthroughs of like WWE 2K15 and 2K16, we've created a wrestler called Man Bar. He is nearly undefeated. It's pretty amazing. He's great.
It's apparently episode 22.
Episode 22. Okay.
Yes.
According to Dingbat Dasman.
Hey, if any of you watching this want to go see Flash Trash, but you don't want to spend time watching all 58 episodes, and you're like, can I get the gist of it and see if I like this show? Go to my best of playlist on my YouTube channel. I'm telling you to go everywhere today. And go to the best of playlist. Oh, you know what? I'll probably have put all this shit on screen in clickable annotations or something. Right, go to my YouTube channel and Best of Flash Trash episode 2, I think is probably the strongest best of video for that.
Is that...
It's a little 10-minute it's the one with green pizza.
Is that one on the actual the Flash Trash channel itself?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Flash Trash has its own channel that YouTube created on its own because for some reason YouTube thinks that Flash Trash is a television show. It's weird.
Oh, wow.
It is a television show?
It actually has like a fucking American broadcast rating system applied to it, which is confusing because I'm Canadian.
That is confusing.
I have asked and you have answered, says Game Junkie. I don't know what you asked.
I think they're talking about the
because
best
I'm
of
doing
Flash Trash.
Guild Best of Flash Trash, or because I did Guild 2? Because I know people have been requesting more Guild 2 for a half a year. And I I just haven't had opportunities. Oh, here we go. There will be war